What's good everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video I made a guide about the Footyverse event, but there were some information that were not available to anyone, and I made the best guide possible depending on the knowledge that I had at the time. But now we have a lot more information about the event and I will share everything with you guys in this video. And I know for a fact that it's very confusing for a lot of you guys to still understand how you should be playing this event, what verse you should be going for, how will you get a certain verse, and there is just so much going on right now, but we will explain everything in this video. And a lot of people are also wondering how are you going to get the magic curve, and every answer of your question is going to be answered in this video. So without any further ado, let's start this video. So far there are a total of 7 verses and 3 designators. 3 of the verses are known and 4 of them are unknown. The known verses don't depend on the designator, but the unknown verses depend on the designator. The Bex verse, the Shapeshifter verse, and the Treasure verse, they don't depend on any of the designator, and no matter which designator you choose, you are still going to have access to these 3 specific verses. The 4 unknown universes are the Morphoverse, the Kinverse, the Gemini verse, and the Swap verse. If you choose Hulit as your designator, your random verse is going to be the Morphoverse. If you choose Hazard as your designator, your random verse is going to be the Gemini verse, and if you choose Bastian Schweinsteiger as your designator, you are going to get the Kinverse as your random verse. So how do you get the Swap verse? So far, according to what I have tested, if you choose a match or a skill game which is going to give you the magic curve, it is not going to give you Swap verse. For example, for Bastian Schweinsteiger, the first match is going to get you the key, and if you play the second match or the skill game, it is going to give you the swap verse, and the first match is going to give you the Kinverse if you select the random verse. And that's how you get the keys from each designator. For Ruud Gullit, you have to play the first match. For Eden Hazard, you have to play the skill game, and for the Bastian Schweinsteiger, you have to play the first match again, just like Ruud Gullit. And in case you don't know about this, the 3 rewards that you see depending on the requirements are not the only rewards you get. There are some hidden rewards as well. As you can see here, I have completed all the requirements, but you don't see the curve magic key here. But if I claim the reward, I am going to obtain the key. And to actually get an idea about every single reward, you have to look at this chart shared by Sapurit. So thanks to him, as always, we are able to see all the rewards that are shown as well as the rewards that are hidden. And as you can see, for G988 verse of Ruud Gullit, which you can get if you choose the first match, the rewards that are shown are token, ticket, and transfer tokens. You don't see any keys there, but in the hidden section we get a ticket, 500 gems, and the curve magic key as well. Same goes for Eden Hazard and Bastian Schweinsteiger. You get the rewards shown on your screen as well as some hidden rewards. And interestingly, for each designator, the universe which has the key also has the best rewards. For example, for Eden Hazard, you get the key and 100 rank up tokens. So each day you are getting 100 rank up tokens, which is a huge reward because everyone knows that we are short on rank up tokens, so this is a huge reward. You don't get this in the Gullit universe, but you also get the same with Bastian Schweinsteiger, and I think Bastian Schweinsteiger also has the easiest requirements for this. To get both the key and the rank up tokens, you just have to win the match and score 2 goals with Footyverse players, which is really easy to fulfill. For Eden Hazard, it is difficult because getting your hands on Hazard is really difficult. His supply is completely short on the market, and only if you are lucky enough to pack him in some random packs, then you can use him. Or maybe you are lucky enough like me who hasn't claimed Eden Hazard from the Icons Chronicles. So if you haven't claimed that Eden Hazard, you can easily claim him in a few days and you will be able to fulfill these requirements for Eden Hazard too. As far as the known and unknown universes goes, I have talked about these in my guide video, but I will again talk a little bit about them. Because if we look at this David Beckham verse, you are going to need your curve magics, of course, to get these exchanges done, and this exchange is going to be expensive because it could potentially cost about 1700 shots. And I don't know why everybody is losing their minds and wondering how you're going to get the magic curve, because there are so many people who don't even need that David Beckham because it is going to cost a lot. And yes, it is going to be a really good attacking CM, but we know for a fact that Ruud Gullit is also going to come in this event, and he's going to be one of the best easily the best CM in the game. And I think when that card comes, everybody is going to forget about this David Beckham, no matter how good this one is. So we know that the best verses by the designators are those which already have the magic key. But my suggestion is don't entirely put your focus on the magic curve, also look at some other rewards like the rank ups of course, and I think those are also really decent rewards and you should be focusing on those. Then we've got the treasure verse, which of course gives you some really decent rewards which you get for your tokens. Then we have the shapeshifter verse, and in my last video I talked about this verse. It is bad, you should not be going for this. The players are very average, if I'm not allowed to say they are poor, but shapeshifter verse is not good at all. Then we got the Morphoverse, and Morphoverse is also kinda useless because it gives you the same player with same stats and same every single thing, only the picture of the player is different, which is absolutely useless, so this verse is also useless for me. Next you get the Gemini verse through Eden Hazard, and Gemini verse is kind of useful only if you get this George, because George is going to give you Saka in return, and I think for only 400 shards this is a really good deal. Whether this Saka is a decent choice for your left winger is a whole another topic, but it's still a really good exchange if you don't have any other choice. In the Kinverse, which you get from Bastian Schweinsteiger, you can swap a player with his family member, and it is also not super useful, but for Timber I think it is very good because Timber is a really good card. In case you pack this Timber, you can swap him with this right back Timber card, and he is a really good card, and I think it's also a really good deal. Lastly, we have the swap verse, where you can exchange the same OVR card for another card, and for 110 OVR players we have so many options, and I don't think these cards are really good, and you are also going to gamble with it. So for 30 shots, if you want to try your luck, go ahead, but I think this one is only for those who still have low OVR squads, because for me 110 OVR is just fodder. The 112 OVR one could be a little bit useful in case you get a player that is completely useless for you. For example, if you pack this McManaman card, it is not 100% useless, but in case it has no use for you and there are some players here which can give you some benefit, for example this Saka card, you may want to go with this exchange. But I think the best one is this 113 OVR, and you can swap your 113 OVR card with 200 shots with these players, and you will get 100 shots back as well, so you are basically spending a total of 100 shots on this. And in case you pack a player that is not useful to you, for example if you already have a top tier right winger and you don't exactly need this Jorginho, you can try your luck in this swap, and maybe you can use any of these players. For example, you can use Chiellini, Cruyff or Davis, and if you are able to pack them, it is going to be really good for you. But beware, you can also pack Jorginho again, it completely depends on your luck, so best of luck with this one. So that would be a wrap for today's video. I hope this is going to clear every single doubt that you guys have about the new Footyverse event, and it was confusing, but I hope this guide is going to help you understand about every single verse, about every single thing that is going on right now. And if you still have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Like this video if it helped you, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. With another great video like this, I will see you guys in the next one.